Bonjour, I am Jacques Torres and welcome to Tuesday Tips. Brioche. I show you how to make brioche dough when I made bomboloni. So use the same brioche and you can make hamburger bun, that's very easy to do, or you can make a beautiful loaf of brioche. So in order to do that, I'm going to use a scale and I'm going to weigh 400 grams of dough. This is 400, okay, about 400, 390. So what I do, I'm going to, again, like I did with the bomboloni, if you remember, I shape a tube, kind of. Just like that. That's going to help me to divide the dough. And then I'm going to divide this dough in 6 pieces. So what you want to do is do it in half. Half should be about here. And then divide those halves in 3, pardon. So I have 6 balls here. I'm going to use a little bit of flour only on one side. And I'm going to ball that. Okay, I'm going to do that 2 times, just to be sure that I develop the gluten as much as I can. Okay, and then I'm going to go back to it and I have a little piece of butter that didn't mix completely when I incorporate my butter, so that's okay, I just remove it. Okay, 2, 4, 6. Okay, the brioche is pretty much done. I'm going to use an aluminum mold. I'm going to use an aluminum mold, take a little bit of butter, and you just rub the mold with that little piece of butter everywhere. Bottom first, and of course, all the side. You can use a brush, or you can use a cooking spray. But again, butter is always better. You know the French, we love our butter. So a little bit of butter, you can put a tiny bit of flour, just to be sure that nothing going to stick to it. Okay, good. Then I'm going to press the ball of brioche on the bottom of the mold, just like that. Then I'm going to put a little cellophane wrap on top. Leave it in my counter for a couple hours, or you can put that in the oven at about 90 to 100 degrees in between. When the brioche is proofed, it will look like that. So you go from pretty much that to that in 2 to 3 hours. So then what I need to do is take 1 egg, and I'm going to put the egg here. I'm going to use a tiny bit of salt, and you can add a tiny bit of milk also, or just use it like that. A fork, break the yolk, and I'm going to use the brush to put some egg wash all over. So please be gentle when you put the egg wash. See what I'm doing? Don't put too much egg white on the side of the mold, because your brioche might stick to the mold with the egg wash. Okay, when you have enough egg wash on top like that, you're good. The next thing is put it in the oven at about 350, 360 degrees Fahrenheit. And that should go for about 30 minutes, 35 minutes. But we're going to look at the color. It should be nice and brown. The brioche was in the oven for 35 minutes. Let's see what's happened. It's ready. Okay, and I want to show you how the brioche look like inside. You're going to see the steam coming out of it. Use a serrated knife when you cut it. Look at that. I hope you can see the steam coming out, and look at the inside of the brioche. I think you need to smell that. Oh, that reminds me when I was an apprentice in pastry, and I learned to make brioche at work, and then every weekend I was making brioche for my parents. That brioche was not always come like this one, but you know, my parents was good sport to my parents. Bon appétit, I hope that helped.